forever.
Hi everyone, I'm Melissa and today I am putting Downy Wrinkle Release Plus up to the test of getting out some wrinkles in some of my eBay items. Now I have a full-size Conair steamer that I love and I use it all the time, and I wish I had a model number for you, but I found this at a thrift store, so I don't have a model number unfortunately, but it's a good one. So I have a denim skirt that I found at Goodwill. You can see it has some wrinkles. The hemline has flipped up. Just overall, I wouldn't take a photo like this. So I would usually steam it. So I'm going to try out this Wrinkle Releaser Plus. It says to spray, tug and smooth, and hang. Now hang is number 3, but all the photos show okay, got interrupted by an Alexa reminder. Okay, so let's do that. I wonder if shutting off the light would be better. Yeah, that probably shows the wrinkle spreader, so that's what we're gonna go with. So I'm spraying this, and you're supposed to spray until it's damp. Okay, now I'm tugging this. My hanger's wet. That seemed to help. Trying to keep this taut on the hanger. Yeah, that definitely helped. Let's see about the hemline, what we can do with that. The hemline right now has flipped up, so let's give that a good dousing. I don't know of how much to use. I'm using quite a bit here. I'm dripping. That definitely worked. That absolutely worked. So I wouldn't be able to photograph this right away because this is still wet, and you can kind of see the darkness from where it is wet, and that will show up. So I would just have to go on to another item. So I'm gonna do the back with a steamer. The back is probably even more wrinkled. And see how we go. Let's plug in my steamer. Okay, so I just turned the steamer on. It will take about a minute to get ready, so there is the downside of that, but if I'm steaming a lot of items, that's not really an issue. I just collect other things, my phone, music, whatever, if I'm going to steam a bunch of items. I'm honestly surprised by the Downy of how well it worked. Oh, so that was the back. Oh yeah, that came out great. I already tested it on my skin because somebody said they had sensitive skin and it was giving them rashes or hives. And I do have sensitivities, but this doesn't seem to be one of them, thankfully. Okay, so we have steam. I don't know if you can see the steam, but it is coming out. Actually, I'm going to wipe my camera lens. That's how well the steam is working. Okay, so steam is working. Let's zoom you in. Now with the steamer, I usually go from the underside. Yeah, that worked well. Obviously, it's a steamer. So now I'm going to do the bottom hem, which is still curled up. This is going to be a little trickier from the underside, so I think I'm just going to use the wall and press it down. Now my steamer is pretty good, but once in a while it does kind of leave a little watermark. So that will dry, but I wouldn't be able to necessarily go from steaming to photographing immediately on all pieces. Make sure you get the sides. Okay. So this is the steamed side. So this is the steamed side, which is great. It got that hemline down. And I don't see that it left any water spots where they'd be noticeable if I took a photograph. But again, usually when I'm steaming, I steam a bunch. This side is still wet. In person, it's noticeable that it's darker, but I think it did a really great job. Yeah, I think either one of these I could photograph in a couple minutes and be fine. So denim, this is like a medium weight denim skirt, I would say. So denim works great. Let's try another piece of clothing. Next is a Caroline Rose, which is more of a boutique label. It's linen. So we definitely have some wrinkling. This is a very lightweight slub knit. Let's see the back. Yeah. Quite wrinkly. So the first thing I'm going to do is get my Downy Spray. Now because this is a lightweight top, I'm going to take half of it instead of doing a front and back difference, because I think this is going to get through to the back. I don't know. Let's zoom you in. Okay, I think you can see them. I'm going to use the Downy on this side. So I am spraying this in a sweeping motion, really dousing this down. And then I'm using my hands to kind of smooth it and pull it taut. It's very wet. If you didn't like the smell of this stuff, you might be in trouble. Plus, this is a whole lot of chemicals to be breathing in. It's not aerosol, so that's good. Yeah, that's pretty good. I'm wondering if it dries, is it going to put wrinkles back in it because it is so wet. Do you see how wet that is? But it did take out the wrinkles. Here's the other side for comparison. Did it? Yeah, it does look better than the other side. This here is hard because it's a pocket, so that's not necessarily a wrinkle. Yeah, it did okay. So let's do the back. This half now. I think I paid maybe $4 for this. And I don't know how long this would last. Maybe I'm putting too much on. It says to get it damp, so I'm definitely doing that. It's also just just a little tacky. I feel like this is more time consuming. Okay, so there's the back of it. It's good. The other side still has a few wrinkles. You can see it up here, the wrinkles. So it worked. Yeah, it's definitely noticeable in person. Okay, so this did pretty well. I still don't know if this is worth it. We are going to try the steamer, which I've shut off. So now I have to turn that back on. I didn't want it just making noise in the background. So we are going to do this side. It's going to heat up a little faster now. And again, I'm going to go from underneath. Nothing yet. I should wait till we actually have steam here. There we go. I'm trying to spend about the same amount of time on each. Okay, yeah, that's remarkably better. This side. My floor is so sticky. There's like a little bubble up here. I just noticed it looks like a hanger mark went bad, and the spray didn't take that out, but the steamer did. Do you hear how sticky the floor is? Here's what we have. This side was the side that was steamed. And this side is the wet side from the Downy. The steam side does have less of these kind of vertical, they're not, I hate to say wrinkles, because I think it's just from the material being kind of pulled down. It's not bad. Okay, so this was the, this is the wet side. Obviously. I'm not keen on the scent. And then this is the steamed side. Oh, I missed some spots there. So looking at this, one side is vastly noticeable that it's wet. It just looks doused. That was probably user error, but again, it does say to make it damp. I think I made it overly damp, so my fault. The steamer side's quicker. The steamer side could burn you, but the entire floor is so sticky. And I had these shoes on when I walked over to the pool, and my husband just washed the floor. And let me show you what's happening. Because the floor is so wet, will you be able to see that? Because the floor is so wet, I am leaving dirty marks with my shoes. So I'm not loving that. I guess I could put like a towel down, like a drop cloth or a rag or something. I'm gonna keep going. At least try one more piece. Next piece, I have two more pieces to try. These are a pair of LL Bean brand new khaki pants. And they definitely have some wrinkles. They also have this nice crisp line down the front, so I'm wondering how the spray is going to do with that. Wrinkles. Here. Here. Okay. So I'm going to divide this up, use one side with the spray and one side with the steamer. I'm going to have to wash this floor. Okay, let's try not to use as much. This is definitely leaving like water spots on this. But again, not a big deal. That's definitely better. So here's the side that I just did. Oh, we got some wrinkling there. Let me see if I can fix that. I think the issue here is if you're brushing it, I'm kind of creating these wrinkles by pushing it, so I guess I could push up. Let's see if that helps. It's not bad. It's not the best. I mean, but compared to the other leg, it's better. In person, it's definitely better. Let's do the back. Okay, this doesn't look good. Because of the color of these pants, this just, it looks funny, but it's just wet. I know that's going to dry. I wanted to take out, like you can still see this side has this pleat. Somebody pressed this the whole way up and I wanted that out. So it did come out. Better when I hold it tight, but it's still not bad compared to the other side where we have all this going on. It's definitely looking better. Yeah, in person you can definitely see it looks better. This is the side I did, and then this is the side I didn't do. Okay. Got the steamer. If you're just doing one item, maybe you don't want to hook up your steamer. My steamer is only, like I said, maybe it takes a minute to heat up, but this is so messy on the floor. I think we're just making noise so far. Haha, steam. Okay, so this is the steamed side. And then this is the Downy side. Now again, it's really wet. That's probably my fault. The steam side looks better in person. Here's the steam side. So this is the steam side. There are a few little water drops. Anytime I turn my steamer kind of like cattywampus, it does leak a little bit of water. And this is you can kind of just see like right through here. And then right through here, we have some funky kind of things happening still on this side. I think the winner on this side is definitely on these pants rather, is definitely the steamer. Also, this might take 10 minutes to dry. Okay, I'm gonna go hang these up. Last item is a J. Jill linen cotton jacket. What is this? Linen viscose jacket. So this is supposed to have that kind of broken in look to it. But linen is just wrinkly by nature. And I wanted to show you this on my regular hanger. And then I found these hangers on Amazon a few weeks ago, and they are expandable hangers. So they expand from 15 to 20 inches. So I'm gonna show you what this looks like on this hanger before we start steaming. So it's nice that they kind of collapse in on themselves. So I can get this through here. The head does rotate, and this is it without taking it out. Now this is a size small, so I might not necessarily have to use that. But for a larger shirt or a men's shirt, this gives a little bit nicer of a presentation. So there's that. Okay. I'm gonna do the steaming part first. No, I can't do that. I'm gonna do the Downy first. This is getting lighter, so we are using a good bit up. Okay. So we are going to do this side with the spray. Oh, that did great. Okay, so there is the side that got the wrinkle spray. And then here's the side that's not done. So you can see a difference. Let's do the back. Got quite a few wrinkles back here. I'm gonna try to go a little lighter. That definitely wasn't enough because there's still a good bit of wrinkles down there. can see this side still has a good many wrinkles and this side is better. Steamer time. I'm gonna go underneath. I'm gonna go underneath like I almost always do. Pants are just a little bit tough to go inside. So I think both sides turned out pretty well. You can tell what side got the spray because it's still wet. And I did ask the spray to do more than half since the zipper is, so it wasn't a perfect comparison. In person, they're pretty close. Okay, in person, the back, this side does look less wrinkled. You can see there's still some wrinkles up there, and this I doused, so I don't know why we have just a little bit of wrinkling. Now I'm being really petty here. Yeah, we definitely have some more wrinkling on the bottom too. And then this side. I should probably not put that the whole way out. That may be pulling it. So this side does look a little bit wrinkly here. I might have missed that, so that's not a big deal. In person, I can tell which side was steamed, but honestly, both of these are pretty decent. I would use this as is. This also does take about an hour and a half of steaming. I use distilled water. If you use tap water, it's good to run vinegar through it once in a while. I've had this for probably about a year now. And like I said, I bought it used. So it's still going strong. I like it. So a couple thoughts. One, I didn't expect this to do as well as it did. So if you don't have a steamer and you're not steaming any of your items and some of your items do look wrinkly and you have a few extra dollars, I would suggest this. I think that the smell is pleasant, but it is there. It says it has light, fresh scent. If somebody's really worried about scents of sending their buyer a overly chemical scent, this probably isn't the best thing. But I think buyers also have to understand that not everything is going to be scentless. So put that out there. Has a scent, it's a pleasant scent, but it is absolutely there. If it dries, it might dissipate a little bit. This, I don't know if I was using too much. I'm gonna say I used probably 1/4 to 1/3 of the bottle. So I would think using this sparingly would probably get you like 20 to 30 items worth of clothing. So that could be your whole week. If you're only doing things here and there, this could last a month for you. For $4, if you only have $4 to spend, awesome. Buy one, this. Put a drop cloth down because whatever is not spraying directly on the garment is dropping to the floor and it's very sticky. It's got like a tacky quality. My husband just cleaned the floors last night and he's an amazing cleaner, so I know they were spotless. And I just took wet paper towel and wiped it. And that was not wiping hard. Like, I'm gonna go out there and clean the floor a little better. But so that was just my shoes. I used my pool shoes, which was stupid. I should have used my indoor slippers or something, and then I wouldn't have tracked dirt through them. But your floor is going to get a little sticky and possibly dirty if you have shoes and you're walking around, or your feet are gonna get wet. So I'm going to say the overall winner was the steamer, but this did fairly well. I'm surprised. So steamers, I have used a smaller steamer, like a handheld steamer, and I'll insert a photo of the steamer I used. And I would recommend that. It's a small steamer. If you're steaming hundreds of pieces of clothing, that probably isn't the steamer for you. But I did that for months and was fine. The only reason I upgraded was because my thrift store had this one. I've used upright steamers before, which have the hose. Steamers do tend to occasionally spit water. Mine doesn't do it too much unless I'm like turning the steamer, which is my own fault. And I think my steamer head had a cover, which was missing. And I'm just realizing that today. So that probably would stop some of that, but it's fine. Steam also can cause burns. So if you're around children, or you're apt to forget that the machine produces such hot water that is steam. I've burned myself a few times, just like temporarily, not like permanent 3rd-degree burns, but sometimes it's like, oh, I just steamed my finger. So just watch out for that if you're prone to those kinds of things. I think that's all the steaming news I have to print. If you have any questions, feel free to leave them below. If anybody has a fantastic steamer, leave it below. A lot of people watching this have so much more knowledge than I do, and I appreciate all of your comments. So if you knew a great place to get a steamer, a great steamer, your steamer is absolutely terrible, please let us know that as well so people can be warned. And if I find a model number on mine, but I'm guessing it's years old. I bought it, like I said, used. So that's everything. I hope you're all having a good day. Talk to you soon. Bye.
We hope your day is blooming with joy.